3, 2, 1. Let's go!
So I have a question. Maybe the only one that can answer this would be Paulo, since he has pets. How do you keep your pet hairs from getting on everything in your house? Is there a routine of dusting or brushing or vacuuming?
My cats shed a brick ton. Like it's a lot of shedding, especially during the summer. But I'm allergic to cats. Lauren loves cats, so I can't have hair around the house. So what I've the first thing I did was buy a Roomba, and that Roomba runs every day. That picks up any fur on the floor. The next thing I bought were these what do you call those? Like the ones the thing that you use to get lint off your clothes.
A lint brush or a lint roller.
Yes, but it's pet grade lint roller. I actually don't know what you call that.
Like this, right?
But for
just
pet,
got one
pet
sitting
hair.
right there.
And I usually have that on me when I'm in the living room, and I would pick up here and there. And then the last thing I bought, which really helped tremendously, is a HEPA filter fan.
Is it like an air purifier?
Yeah, you could say it's an air purifier. But it's pet grade. Surprisingly, you guys know I'm pretty frugal or cheap depending on who you are. Surprisingly pretty low cost to have around the house. So it was a one-time investment, and now I just buy the filters to replace it with, and it takes off the dander in the air. You can, if you squint hard enough, you will still see some fur, around the house, but it's done a pretty good job.
Yeah,
but
it's never perfect.
Perfect.
There's nothing perfect. Like I've had dogs all my life, and I had a husky. And he shed all year round. There's no brushing in the world that I could do that would just get that hair out, like to where he would just stop shedding. But it was between brushing, like routinely vacuuming and sweeping is like, that's all you can do is really to get at that. You're going to get it no matter what, but it's like, I think I managed pretty well because I never had like a ton of hair on my clothes from him or anything like that. And I would, walk him, it'd be all around him, but like, it's always, I don't know. I guess I got used to like being able to handle it over the years. Like even when I was a baby, I think we like were young toddler or something like that. We've had dogs, and I've just gotten used to it, I suppose. Like especially trying to not have hair all over me.
Yep.
At that.
I think the worst is that having hair in your food.
You don't. Yeah,
that is an unpleasant experience if it happened to me. Oh my gosh!
How does it get? I mean,
you can get
like with cats, if they're up on your countertops and stuff like that.
Well, that's where you get the spray bottle. You just teach them. I mean, they'll get up there in odd times when you aren't around, but generally, so my family had a cat, and I wouldn't say that like we successfully trained it, but it just knew that there were places it couldn't go when we were there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's also times you can get hair because you have vents. Your vents are on the floor.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just blows right up. Yeah. So you end up with, that's how you end up in your fans or some other places like that. But luckily, I don't recall a time where I've had pet hair on my food or dog hair or something like that.
Yeah, that would be a hard, like,
yeah.
I was pretty tolerant of like the cat's hair, and even like, guy died in 2018, and it was still a couple years. We would just find it in odd places, like clothes we never wore, things of that nature. It was like, oh, he's still here, but like, it's just, if you don't clean it, like Paulo said, then it's there, and it
gift that keeps
stays there.
I mean, I've from dogs that I've they passed probably like 10 or 15 years ago. What year is this? Yeah, probably like 10 years ago at least. I'm pretty sure if I can go and find a hair, if I could analyze it, I could probably find a hair from him lying around somewhere, or one of the dogs.
Yeah.
I told my wife that. I was like, I'm pretty sure if I could analyze this and get if the cloning was a thing, like for like actual like sixth day or seventh day style cloning, I could probably have them right there.
So, Paula, do your cats jump up on your counters and stuff, or?
Just like Daniel said, whenever we're not around, they do jump
Okay.
on the counter.
Okay.
I know because the fur's there, right?
Yeah.
Like I see it, and they're dark cats and they have white counters.
Later.